My name is Timothy, and this is XPR Garage. And today, well, worked on the old tow truck. And I moved this around. I thought I was going to put it in storage, but I think I'm not. Because I have a tow truck, so I can pull the motor out, fix the freeze plugs. Yes, I'm going to pull the motor out to get the freeze plug because they all need to be looked at. I put one in it, blew out another one. So, I'm going to do that. Transmission, but I have a spare automatic for it. It had these tin plates, which made me think that the floors were terrible. But these were gone. And they're pop riveted. Well, there's not much, and I can weld these up, paint them, done. I had redone the wiring, got the truck going. It has a brand new carburetor. I got this thing going. It just came down to I didn't have money at the time, and brakes, and then it sat. So I'm going to probably go ahead and just fix this old girl up. It's a 1976 with a 318. I do have a manual 4-speed for it. Yeah, I don't have time for that. Or the money at the moment to do that. But other than that, I think I'm going to get this old girl going. I know I have to fix the windows. The cranks don't work. I have metal door panels. This plastic don't look too bad, but I think I prefer the metal. I don't know how in the world the door's cracked. I have a 73, 72 grill in it. Or, I have one. Other than that, the old truck's not bad. So I think I'm going to unhook it and leave it here. And start tinkering with this thing real quick and get it running. Bird bath. Other than that, I think that's what I want to do. I need to build an exhaust for it now too. Kind of loaned out the one that was in it. Whoops. Alright, well this is going to be my next little project real quick. I don't think it'll take much. So I got it moved in front of the shop so that way I can work on it with the welder. I did remember one reason why I stopped working on this truck was one, brakes. And the last time I tried to start it and move it, the freeze plug popped out. After it was rotted out on one side, the other side popped out. So now the exhaust is off because I had a guy trade me exhaust because he wanted the single piece where it tied into one because his was cut in two. I got the pieces over there. So, perfect for me to do dual exhaust. And he doesn't have a welder or nothing, so he just wanted single exhaust. But I need to do that. Probably wait until the motor's cooled down a little. And work on that. Transmission. It ain't doing so good. It's a little slow. I did change the filter and the fluid. I think it leaks fluid still. And it's a little slow. Like you gotta wait a couple minutes for it to go in gear. Well, feels like it anyways. It's a while. But it could just be because it's low on fluid. It took me a little bit to get started because it didn't just quite have enough gas in it. Oops. So, probably just gonna go ahead and get started on the floors a little bit. Get that done. So that way I can have a seat. And I'm not crouching in here. So I'm going to get started on that. Alright, so I got it pretty much welded up. A couple patches because it was just so bad. It just wasn't worth the little stuff. I just welded up. Grounded it down where there's no sharp edges or nothing. I'm probably not going to put in carpet or matting. If I do, it'll be later on. I'll probably end up just painting it for now with primer, just to keep the rust. And I'm going to probably end up undercoating or bedline the inside. All I got left to do is I got to put the wheel well on. We process on and off to get the nuts welded on and take it back off once they're welded and primer it then. And let it dry and start working on the freeze plug and probably exhaust. Alright, so I got some of the nuts welded in. I feel like that was a big waste of time, but they're mostly in. Finish cleaning out and then I'm gonna paint it. Just brush some Rust-Oleum rust converter paint on it. So a little bit of update on the W200. Well, it's the next day. Stayed up working on it. Last time you probably seen me, I was painting the floor. Had a seat. Fixed the one of the bolts on the bottom of the seat, so it's installed. It'll work for now. Sheet metal screwed this on because some of the bolts broke off, and I'm gonna have to fix some more of that whenever I'm going to convert it over to a manual. So that'll get fixed. I'm waiting on parts for the brakes. Runs good. I would start it up, but I don't have any automatic transmission fluid because the pan was leaking. So I got that fixed, hopefully. And I built a exhaust last night. Or exhaust. I just have it wired up, but it all welded up. Basically a straight pipe on each side. It comes out, wraps around, goes straight back, same as the other side. Does have a water leak from a plug, so I gotta fix that. Alright, I'll keep you guys up to date. Oh, and I'm fixing the rear tailgate. Working on that now. Hopefully that'll start working good. Alright, so a little bit of update. It's been a couple days. I've been working on the truck. Most of it's been underneath the truck, and the video's not very good, so I haven't been filming it. I did the brake line, rubber brake lines for the rear. It's done. Broke open the bleeders. The front, I have the caliper rubber hoses done, and the bleeders broke. I'm waiting for one more hose that runs down from the frame to the axle. I got it broke loose. I'm just waiting on parts. I did wash it. A lot better. I am going to pull this bed off because this mount on this side is broke, as you can tell with the body line here. I'm also have a fifth wheel plate I'm going to put in it and cut a hole for a ball. So we have a gooseneck trailer and we only have one truck to haul it. And this will be our second, so it'll be kind of nice to have a little bit of a backup having to use a trailer. Other than that, everything's turning out real good. I got to get a coil for it because I think I got one here somewhere, but the wiring wasn't very good on it. I got to find one that's better because I had the Ford style. I just painted the air cleaner because it has a little bit of rust there, and I don't have another one for that. And I need to figure out my lights, finish hooking it up, and light bulbs. And that'd be pretty much it. Change fuel filter, maybe run this line a little bit different spot. That way it's not shoved in here. A bit longer and extend it out. And the rear freeze plug is leaking on the back of the motor. I'm gonna let it go until it just starts pouring out and then do it. Hopefully it'll last long enough so it's not doing too bad. Eventually I'm going to put a manual in it, so that'll probably be the time. Alright, well, not going to be working on this today. I might tinker with it a little bit later depending on the next two projects I got. I need to fix the windshield wipers because that's why it's unhooked, because it's locked and it's trying to return and it can't return. My next project for today, which I won't be showing on film, unless you guys are interested in this stuff. I got a couple little things. But I gotta get one of these going. That one's more for parts, but I gotta get one of these going for my uncle. Probably won't be filming that. I do need to change that blower motor too. It's bad, I know. I might take it apart and see if I can free it up. If not, just put another one on it. Alright, but that's a little bit of an update. I do need to fix that too. So we're back on Dodge truck. Doing a little bit to it. This is a window regulator. Some of the teeth are gone. I'm going to see if I can sand this down on the sides, clean it up, and see how well I can weld some teeth on it. Just see what I can do. If it don't work, it don't work. If it does, cool. But yeah, I'm going to try to give that a go. Alright. Alright, so it's not the smoothest thing in the world, but it does work. So I don't have a screw in it. One spot right there I need to work on. But it will go through it with not a whole lot of force. And that's where that key grabs. It goes all the way. Come back. Well, I gotta put a screw on that and actually see if it's actually jumping. Plus that handle was stripped, so. There again. I think that's going to be a whole lot better because it wouldn't work at all. Now it works. Alright. It's just going to be an old farm truck, so I'm not going to have to worry about it too much. As long as the window goes up and down, if it breaks, I'll just do it again or find another one. I think 76? I think that's a certain year, so I think something about the window regulator part's different. I think it's mostly in the track with the window and this part. I could probably cut and weld the other piece on if I need to. Alright, I'm gonna get this installed. Alright, so I got the truck all back together. I'm taking a video before it gets too dark. Door panel works. I can plug it over to another door panel too. I can hang on to it. It's getting one little rust spot that goes up and down. Ain't bad for the float. Seat's a little toasty, but it's good. Had some spare seat belts because the other ones were... The seat belts are great, but the hanger for the grill was bad. Washed out the vents, tried to keep them rusting. I'm going to try to put on the windshield wiper on because I got the bushings today. And I need to figure out why the windshield wiper wants to run all the time now. It didn't do that before, so I got to figure that out. Got it all washed out on the inside of there. Let me just sit there and run for a while. Yeah. Get the good oil change. They really just need to do right here. Did have a thing with the charging system. Found out it was a bad connection in the regulator. I'm eventually going to pull this bed off because I want to put a fifth wheel ball in it that I got. That and fix the bed. As you can tell right there, it's kind of the mount that broke through. I gotta weld that up. Other than that, pretty good little truck. Alright, well, I'm going to let it run and probably back to the windshield out there. Alright, so today I'm going to, as you can tell, the hood's off on the old truck. I had my mom help me pull the hood off this morning. I got to pull this motor out because there's a freeze plug in the back of the block between the engine and the transmission that is leaking. And it's pretty good. I've already replaced two, so I might as well pull the engine out and just go ahead and fix them. And also I'll probably fire up the old hot water pressure washer and give the engine a good bath. Maybe a mistake on that, but might as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that done today. I gotta move a bunch of this stuff out of the way and pick up my tools and get them put up, even though I'm fixing to bring them out again, but that way I know I have everything. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get started on that, and I'll show the process of me getting it out. Alright, so I got the motor out. It was actually pretty smooth. Didn't make a mess, but at least it was water, so I wasn't as worried about it. I did have to let down the tires because I was just right there. The lift was maxed out, but it was just right there. There's the freeze plug that's been leaking. I'm gonna assume that thing's probably pretty shot. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna replace that one. Test that one. Kind of looks like these have been replaced before. Wouldn't surprise me. I'm gonna get the block a good power washing. Get all this dirt and pine needle stuff off. So, checking all the other ones, clean it up real good. Probably pull the truck out and power wash it. And yeah, I need to mount that transmission up and make sure that torque converter don't fly out. I'm gonna clamp my tools or get them picked up. Probably find me a strap to strap the transmission in. And probably get the old Ford tow truck and move this out of the way whenever my girlfriend gets here to help steer. That way I can back in here, hook onto this, and power wash it before I do everything else to it. At least out of here. Because the engine joist is kind of a pain when you get into gravel and all that. So I just back it up, pull it out far enough, and use a hot water pressure washer that I picked up and rebuilt the pump on. Hopefully everything works since sitting over the winter. Alright. Well, I'm going to probably go get me some to eat and pick up some tools first. That's staying in. That's staying in. Hope you know that.
Why?
Because I do one or two takes unless I really screw up. So it's staying in.
What if I start it? What if I stop it and start it again?
I'll just split it together. Did it drag around any?
Huh?
Did the motor drag you around any?
No.
Okay, cool. I want to put it on this and work on it there. That way I can sit on the, use this as my table. I think that's pretty easy to do. I gotta replace these front wheels. Sorry.
Got my ankle.
That's why I gotta replace the front wheels, because it goes everywhere. Sorry.
Okay, I was trying to help.
I know. I was trying to pull it because it kept going this way. Tear jacket up for me. Just go to town with it. Keep going. Getting tough? Getting tough?
Yes, but it more hurts me than.
Keep going.
Huh?
That's an air. Man, I love having a tow truck. It makes this so much easier. We had a little, ooh, watch out. Had a little boom pole for the tractor, but it was one of them things that wasn't really designed for that. Helps if you keep the wheel straight. This one. See how it's easier? Alright, I'm gonna tow truck out of the way.
Okay.
And do the freeze plugs on that block and blow it off first. Alright, so the block's got a bunch of crud in it, and I'm going to go ahead and just try to flush this out as best I can. It's just packed full in there. So I'm going to try to get it packed, cleaned out, and washed out a little bit as best I can. Try not to take too many freeze plugs out because I don't have that many, but I'm going to take one out of the other side to see what I can do with it. Alright, so I think I got it pretty well flushed out as best I can. But it would be a whole lot better than it was. Yeah, that's in the shop. I'm going to go ahead and replace that brake booster because it's bad and it'll just be easier to do it now instead of later. Alright, got it pretty much put back together. I'm gonna put the breather on it, start it up. Don't have any of the coolant and stuff in it, but I need to get out of the garage so I can close it up for tonight. That's probably about 11 o'clock or so. I'm tired, want to take a shower, but it's pretty much ready to go. I'll do oil change and a couple other small things tomorrow and finish it up. Got the brake assembly all. The booster was bad and the mass cylinder, so I had one. Hopefully it's good. So, alright. I'm gonna start it up and back it out. Alright, so this truck's been sitting for a little bit since last time I messed with it. I had a charging issue pop up, so I did like a little bit of bypass to the alternator. Let's run straight to it. I guess it was just resistance to the connection through the dash. That was just the easiest way for me to bypass it, which it still runs to the dash, it just takes the load off of it. Carburetor had a little bit of trash in it, and the plugs were bad. They have been changed since I've had it. That and a couple body grounds. It was acting up. So I'm gonna get this thing started, and I'm going to real quick put some paint stripper on this bumper, see if I can get this black paint off this bumper, because the ways I tried over here is taking off the chrome. So I'm gonna try the paint stripper to get it back to a chrome and not black. That's like somewhat on there. So I'm going to do that real quick and wash it off, and probably be it for today. Alright, so it's sat for a couple of weeks. We're going to try to see what it's going to do to start it up, and I'm going to try to see if I can move it over there to get close to the water hose and everything. Just put some gas in it, and I'm going to see what it does. Look, that's first. Let's see here. It won't be that right there. Right here. But this truck, the back cylinder 7 and 8 kind of don't like to be there all the time. I gotta figure out why. Hopefully it's not mechanical, it's just electronical. I'm gonna let this warm up and I'll move it over there. Alright, so I got the paint stripper on there and I'm gonna let it sit there for about 20 minutes or so and just keep an eye on it. I got some wire brush to maybe help take it off whenever I see it start popping off and everything. Alright. Washed it off. This was the first go around. You see the chrome where I was first kind of messing with it, stuff I had wet sanding it and stuff like that. Don't have a buffer. I wasn't going to go through all that. I just don't want the black paint on it. Kind of like to keep it chrome because it looks so much better with that. I'm going to probably coat it one more time. Maybe run some steel wool instead of a wire brush. And see what that's going to do. Alright. Here's the second coat. Washed it off. This is mostly just grime on the bumper. Put all the paints off. Probably the reason why they painted it. Honestly, not too bad. I like it a lot better than the black paint that was on this bumper. I think it works better with this style. No. If it was a different bumper, probably would prefer the black bumper. But this one I kind of like it with the chrome. But yeah. I think this would be it for a little bit. So I'll get ready to do the bed, fix the gas cage and stuff like that. Alright. Well, thank you for watching.